Hey, I don't want to be the uncompassionate one, but you guys just jump to your little emotional conclusions about this. That's the issue. It's like John Paul Dorrance has told me, not on this subject, but don't give aid and comfort to the rugged individual. I don't care about that. Look, I argued with this a couple hours with people on these message boards, and during those couple hours, I could tell they didn't spend any parallel processing time Googling facts like I was. These people are like Keith Olbermann. He's got a TV show. He's got employees that can look this stuff up. And he's like, this guy was paid up in his taxes. He isn't in the tax jurisdiction of the people with the fire department. That's a crucial part. And all the people that want a gut reaction, and you're discompassionate, and we know what side I'm on and what side you're on, because you were the one that would let people's house burn down. Look, the life of a firefighter, unprotected, because see, if they go protect a house that isn't in their system, they're not protected. That means the firefighter, if the house falls or they get inhalation or burns or a broken leg, they're on their own. They are on their own. Okay, so it's that risk compared to a guy that forgot to pay this due, and could have, when they came back from their trip that his wife claims they were on, could have tried to pay then. I totally support them on getting into the system late. Whatever, that this guy that did that to begin with, and then left unattended fires burning, 2 barrels, 2 unattended fires, that they should risk that to save him. And people are saying, oh, the firefighters murdered those animals. You are full of shit. Those firefighters didn't do anything like that. These people are it's a lot of, in these areas, it's volunteer firefighters. Okay, they have other jobs, they have families. Having that insurance isn't going to save their life. It isn't going to keep them from getting a broken leg. It's just going to mean they don't have to become destitute, saving some guy that doesn't believe in watching his fires. All right, that's not cool. You think that you're the compassionate one because you say that 2,500 people should do fire protection for $19,000, whether they paid or not? And how many people are going to keep paying in that case? But they should just keep doing it until they don't have a fire department. And then, like you guys give yourself off the hook, they won't have to do anything, because since they've lost the privilege too. So we just all be super non-collective, not gather together. That's fine with you. Because that's the other thing. How many fires have you guys fought? And how many of his neighbors had a water truck? I mean, this is a rural area. People have this kind of stuff. Why aren't you bitching that they didn't help him? And do you know that this guy's cousin or something like this, or nephew or a relative, went the next day and sucker punched the fire chief because his relative had untended fires, never heard of Smokey the Bear? Yeah, I don't think so. You think that is lacking compassion? And here's another thing. You guys need to listen and read, and even people that I'm getting along with, and it's fine. I know I've been a little short-tempered. I don't mind people coming back with a little bit of that. But you guys have to actually figure out everything that's going on and what's sustainable, what's not sustainable. Now, I have, by my standards, been clear enough. If I've watched my videos and I would understand this, I think even if someone else was putting it, but maybe it was just me understanding what I meant. So I will repeat. Somebody that agreed with me said, I agree, they should have paid. I don't believe they should have paid. I believe they took the option. They secured the option, that county has this option as their right to choose, and they should choose for themselves. I, myself, am, part country, basically. I've lived in very rural situations. Plenty of people live so far out, there is no fire department that can get out there before your house burns down, or down roads that fire trucks can't make it, right? Okay, so I understand living without fire protection. I'm not saying that they should have chosen anyway. They had the right to choose. They had the reason to figure out whether they wanted to or not, and that's fine with me. My position is actually that they shouldn't have that right to choose, that the fee should be levied by the county or the state. And I would be really happy if either of those property owners, the guy with the burnt house or his neighbor with the burnt field, sued the county, sued the state. Fine with me. I don't think they'd have a big chance considering how this worked out, but I would be fine with that. Make a big stink. Force the state or the county to do something. And you guys say, oh, the firefighters should risk their life with no insurance and go in there. Guess what? They've done that before. How long till one of them gets hurt? And then that's the story. Dead, or hurt firefighter can't be covered because they helped somebody that left unattended fires but didn't join the fire system. That's what we should do? Because this is statistics, right? You do a systematic thing, you will yield the statistics out of it. Okay? No matter how rare or careful they are, there's some percentage of the time they're going to get hurt. And they're not covered. That's cool. That's the compassionate thing. Take the people that give their time and risk their lives to protect their community from fire and make them risk even more than that. For somebody that forgot and then even though they knew they didn't have the service because they knew they forgot, they left fires unattended, and that's what you're going to reward. And then we wouldn't even heard about this. It'd be another 20 years. We'd just keep lucking out, just be another 20 years. Look, we're lucky there's not a dead person. I love animals. I think the fact that the animals perished is a tragedy. It's still luckier than if that couple had died in there, huh? Yeah, I think it is. It's a wake-up call, and this is how real world works. No, but I want a hero to save me. I don't want to face the real world. Too bad. This isn't subtle. This isn't 200 years ago where it hadn't occurred to people that, oh yeah, a logical thing. We know this. We know you suppress a fire so it doesn't spread. We know that. I mean, forget just the neighbor's yard. What if it keeps spreading and spreading? What if there was a bunch of people? What if there's a bunch of people without this service? Then it doesn't get addressed at all. Could burn 10,000 acres until the state comes in. It's ridiculous. It needs to be from a levied fee. That's the issue. And what really pisses me off is people blaming firefighters, so many of which don't have it as a profession in rural places. It's very much fed by volunteers. Those people have other jobs that they got to be able to go to. And if they can't, they need to be supported. And that's all there is to it, or it's not right to let them fight your fires. So you're calling me uncompassionate, but that's just because you guys haven't thought it through. These people I'm arguing with, they don't even know that he's not in the town. They don't know. I mean, as opposed to me, I've read the city council proceedings. I think I know a little bit about how this worked because I was just they didn't? But I didn't go on my TV show like Keith Olbermann and start talking about blah, 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 blah. I just like this as a way to trash the Tea Party. It is a good way to trash the Tea Party, or more so any market anarchists, objectivists, people that think that this is how a system can work. This is the area it can't work that way. And people aren't even looking up the facts and figuring out what they could know. What is the explanation of that? I'll tell you. It's an emotional shield. How do I know? Because I spent those 2 hours going, hey, here's another fact. Here's the facts. Here's the things. Here's the situation. Here's the blue. Here's their policy of the fact that they write the people a letter and then call them on the phone. Here's the fact that they've done it many times before. And this is just sometimes something's going to fall through the cracks when you have a system like this. You guys don't know system analysis. Great, I do. There's certain things that are inevitable out of a system. You might not know right off how often they're going to happen, but you can tell from the character of the system that they're going to happen. I'm telling you, if there's an opt-out system, somebody's going to fall through the cracks. Not that hard. So, some people are so incensed, it's like, well, I'm going to unsub. Fine, unsub. I especially don't want to have any subs that don't look stuff up. You can disagree with me, you can look up the facts and say, oh, but I still think this other thing. Fine, I love that. I want opposition. Fine, bring it on, and I'm not saying I'll win. I hope you win. I want to learn something new. But, yeah.